Hello everyone. In today's video, we will discuss some of the standard signals that are available to us, which are very useful for analysis of signals and systems. So in this category, the first standard signal is known as unit step signal. All right, so how do we define unit step signal? First, if we talk about only step signal, step, the word comes from our day-to-day life, step, like step of stairs. Suddenly you are moving at some flat floor and a step comes. You have to raise your foot, right? So that is a step is being there. So it is some constant, and then suddenly a step raises level and you go to another level. And when that size of that step or size of that like stair is fixed, unit, that is 1, then we say it is a unit step. Now, more precisely, we define any signal which is 0 for t less than 0 and 1 for t greater than or equal to 0 is known as unit step signal. So, mathematically, we write ut is 1 for t greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. And graphically, if we plot that, it is 0 for t less than 0 and from t greater than or equal to 0, this is 1 and it will continue up to infinity. So that is the unit step signal. Now this signal is very useful signal because number of times whenever we want to do the analysis of signal system, we say what is its step response. Step response means that how suddenly the system changes. Like suppose you are using any mobile phone and on charging, initially it is off. The moment you switch on the charging, suddenly the voltage increases. So what will happen? How the electronic circuit will respond or behave, that type of analysis is required. So we use this type of signal, unit step signal, right? So this is very important, common signal. Other than this, there are other number of things where we require this in communication or signal and system analysis. This is in continuous time. Analogous to this, in discrete time, we say we have a signal un, which is unit step. It is 1 for n greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for n less than 0. So if we graphically plot that, it is 0 for n less than 0 and n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Even at n equal to 0, because it is equal to 10. So everywhere we have impulses of magnitude 1. So that is the unit steps, right? So this is unit step signal in continuous time, and this is in discrete time. This is continuous, going up to infinity. Remember. All right. Now the next signal is standard signal is unit ramp signal. Ramp. Again, the name ramp. It comes from in our day-to-day life. We say every household has got a ramp, a slanting surface, right? Which is increasing like that. So unit ramp signal is a ramp signal which is increasing linearly with slope equal to 1 unit. It is defined by or denoted by RT. So it is RT is equals to T. That is increasing linearly. At 0 it will be 0, at 1 it will be 1, at 2 it will be 2, like that. For T greater than equal to, and is 0 for t less than 0. So graphically, like, so this is the unit ramp signal. You can see its slope is 1, right? This intercept y is 1, this is 1. So 1 by 1, we can say the slope is 2 by 2. Slope is 2, again 1. So that is the linearly increasing signal ramp. Now, in the last video, we studied multiplication of two signals. So RT can also be written as T times UT. If you remember the last example, we have taken multiplication of two signals. What was that? Linearly increasing signal multiplied with a constant 1. But that was for only 0 to 2. But unit step is from 0 to infinity. So if you multiply that, we get the same notation. Because for t greater than or equal to 0, this is 1. So t into 1, this will be t. For t less than 0, this is 0. So 0 into t will be 0. So RT can be also, there can be defined the relationship between ramp signal and unit step signal. Clear? Same way, if it is discrete time signal, we can say R n is equals to n and 0 for n less than 0. And if you plot it, at 0, this will be 0. At 1, we will have an impulse of 1. At 2, we will have impulse of 2. At 3, of 3, because it is n. Whatsoever is n, that is the magnitude. And it will keep on increasing up to infinity. And if you see this outer envelope is same, increasing linearly like this. So here also the relationship is Rn equals to n un, like this was RT equals to T un. So again, this is very important signal. It requires a number of times, like in CRO or TV, or where the trace signal is there, which is required for the proper functioning of the signal to be displayed on the screens. So that is the part of another subject. So we are not going to discuss that. But remember, these whatsoever standard signals we are using, these are very helpful and useful whenever we want to do signal and system analysis. And later on in this, we will also discuss any signal can be represented as a combination of these standard signals. So that part we will take out later on. But first, let us understand what are these standard signals are. So that is the unit ramp signal. Now the third signal in this is unit parabolic signal. Now parabolic, again in mathematics we have already studied. This is denoted by P of t, parabolic, and it is equals to t square for t greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. Graphically, if you plot this, its shape will look like a parabola. At 1, this will be 1. At 2, this will be 4. At 3, this will be 9. So it will be a parabolic signal, right? And same way, you can also write it as P square ut. That is another advantage of unit step signal. Then we can represent the other signals in this, right? Multiplying 1 with T square from t greater than 0 will give you t square, same signal, and from multiplying with 0 or t less than 0 with t square will give you 0. So it is how we can represent that, right? Same way is discrete time. P of n is n square and if you plot it, at 0 this will be 0, 1 this will be 1, at 2 this will be and at 3 this will be 9 and so it is again, if you see the envelope, or envelope means the outer surface cover of the signal, that is again a shape of parabola, right? If you look at it like this, so it is the unit parabolic signal, unit parabolic signal. So unit is again that because we are taking it as one piece. Where if you multiplying this amplitude by some constant, it will change. So that is the unit parabolic signal, and that is how we can relate. Further, there is a relationship between these three signals. If you see, if you differentiate parabolic signal, you get a ramp signal. That will give you 2t, right? If you differentiate this, differentiation of this will be 0 for t less than 0. Differentiating this, it will give you 2t, and t was ramp. And further, if you differentiate ramp, t, it will give you 1. So generally, instead of p square, some of the books, so that we get the similar ramp, they also mention it as p square by 2 or n square by 2. Both are parabolic. The only difference is, what will happen? P square by 2, at 1 this will be 1 by 2. At 2 this will be 2. 2 square 4, 4 by 2, 2. At 3 square it will be 9 by 2. That will be the difference. But what is the advantage is that if we differentiate this, differentiate parabolic signal like this, what we will get? At t. Because differentiation of t square will be 2t by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, we will get t. And which is equals to a ramp. And if you differentiate further, this will give you differentiation of ramp t. This will give you 1, which is equals to units. So it means that if you differentiate a parabolic signal, you get ramp, and if you differentiate ramp, you get unit step. That is how they are mathematically related to each other. Okay, so we will stop over here. We will take up the other standard signals in the next week. Okay, thank you.